many of you use Google Alerts? Okay, about half. For those of you who don't, those of you who do, eat your lunch. So this, and I think these are also very simple, very powerful tools. So fill a Google profile, okay? So this is what it looks like. It's that easy to fill out. You go to google.com/alerts, Google Alerts. And then what's your search term? So for example, here's why I think that you should, I think you should all, back to managing your online reputation and personal brand. So I have one set up for me. Who's saying something about me, good or bad? Where have I been quoted or referenced or whatever? So, you know, Ross Fishman. And anything else that you are called by. So, for example, here I gave a speech and I found for LMA, and I found that LMA broadcasted that information. Google found it for me. An alert is Google. Whenever anybody out there in the internet says anything that uses that search term, Google finds it and then tells you about it. They shoot you an email. Now you can do it once a day, once a week, once a month. I do it once a day. So it's just a way to see what's going on. Now, I also get it whenever that doctor who does drug and alcohol work is quoted or referenced or something, as well as that high school kid who sometimes gets in the paper for his football accomplishments. But that's okay. So this is what it looks like. They just send you a quick email, a link directly to that reference. So Fishman, Ross. How could you be potentially viewed or referenced in some article or other material? Ross H. Fishman. I don't use my middle initial very often, but it costs nothing to set these up, and so you may as well find it. Company, Fishman Marketing. You should do this for your law firm. That's very important. What's being said about your firm, and where, and is it true, and is there a problem? Name of your competitors. What are they doing? If you have a hot competitor, what are they doing? You know, you should know about that. Name of your clients. This is critical. And this is something I think that as, for those of us who work in law firms, we need to help the lawyers set these up for their best clients. Because they expect you to know what's going on. So set this up for your clients so that, you know, ABC Company, whatever you represent, you know, Sally, who represents ABC Company, should know anytime that ABC is, you know, it does something, if they bought a building or moving to some new location or whatever it is, they will be informed. Because one of the challenges that we have in our client relationships is staying in touch with our clients. First of all, out of sight, out of mind is a big problem that we all have. Plus, lawyers hate making those calls where they really have nothing to talk about. You know, those touching base calls. Hey, it's Ross, I'm just calling to touch base. You know, we hate those calls. We hate getting those calls. You know, we get those from like stockbrokers. Every 6 months, you know they're docketed. Hey, Ross, just calling to touch base. You know, need anything? And then what they mean is, and I want to sell you something, and I docketed you. And I don't, you know, there's no warm, fuzzy kind of thing. What this, and your lawyers won't make those calls. What this does is it gives them something to talk about. It makes them look informed and educated, like they care about the client, and it gives them a reason to call. And that's the most important part about this, is, hey, Joe, I saw that you guys just bought this building. You know, interesting, tell me a little about that. So it makes it easier for them to stay in touch more regularly. It reminds them to stay in touch, and also gives them something to talk about. Because if they don't, they're not going to make the call. Name of your spouse. You know, can't hurt.